Hello and welcome to Torikago 7 Days, a horror visual novel developed by LIB and translated by Tico Translations. Should be available on the website. And well, apparently, we wake up one day without any of our memories. But apparently, a girl appears in front of us and tells us that she's our girlfriend. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. Let's press start. And I guess this is a horror game. I couldn't find any content warnings though. I mean, I guess this is the content warning right here. And then it's a work of fiction. Any resemblance to any real people is purely coincidental. This work contains scenes of horror and extreme content. Your discretion is advised. I should say that instead. Like, again, I always try to give like some kind of content warning. I don't know. I feel like looking back at the games that I play, they are kind of gory and bloody sometimes. So like I want to warn people, like if they're not into that, they don't get surprised. Oh yeah, this game I played that. I played this game really recently, actually. Their other game. That picture anyway. It's from the first game that they made. What was it called? I already forgot the name. It was Daisuke, the Her Adonis. Yes, that's what it was. Daisuke, the Her Adonis. What was I talking about? I already forgot. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I was gonna say that I always try to give a content warning in the beginning because maybe not everyone's into that like really gory stuff. I don't know. Maybe I should just say like viewer discretion is advised. It's kind of a cliche, but like I guess that's that's a lot of what TV shows and movies do, right? They just say viewer discretion is advised. It's your own fault, if you don't like this content. Anyway, I can hear somebody's voice. I don't know who it belongs to, but yet I'm pretty sure I know who it is. This contradiction makes my own existence uncertain. The sensation of everything becoming fuzzy, swaying softly to and fro in a quiet place. I don't know where I am, who I am. I don't understand anything. It's just like the feeling before you wake up from a dream. I don't know. Yeah, I always... when I get the feeling of like waking up from a dream, I mean, it really feels like, everything just fades out and it's like, suddenly you're awake and like you barely remember what happened. Anyway, from here on, I'm being blanked. Now that means someone was talking to me. I felt. I'm... just a very fancy bedroom. My consciousness connected. The first thing that came to view was a strange canopy. Apparently, I was sleeping on this bed. Very, like, comfy bed. Where am I? I took a look around. It was an awfully spacious room. It was adorned with luxurious furnishings. It's dim outside. From the clock, I can tell it's just before dawn, and morning will arrive in less than an hour. Where is this place? I don't know. I don't know why I'm here. I try to reach into my memories, and was stuck. No, I wasn't just stuck. It's like I don't have any memories at all. I don't know who I am. The memory that formed my conception of self was missing. Who am I? There's no one present to answer that. It's no use staying here. Let's get moving first. With that in mind, I decided to leave the room. I left the room and went down the hallway. Following the wall, I walked down the dark corridor. Turning at the end of the hallway, I found a staircase. With no better option, I went down. At the bottom of the staircase was a door. It wasn't locked. This is the courtyard. There's a fountain in the center, and water is flowing out quietly. Apparently, this was a much bigger mansion than I thought it would be. The owner of this mansion seems to have quite a lot of money. Really rich. And anyhow, what exactly is going on here? I don't know. And that creeps me out. I felt ungrounded. I found myself too unstable, too uncertain, too unsure. Just who am I? At that moment, the door I just came in through opens forcefully. The door I just came in through opens forcefully. Yeah. The sudden loud noise made me turn around reflexively. And there was an anime girl, a very beautiful woman standing there. She looks out of breath, her eyes fixed on my figure. No way. It's as if she couldn't believe I existed. She muttered to herself. Ah, finally you woke up. For some reason, she had tears in her eyes. Are they tears of joy or sorrow? Either way, I don't know the reason for them. Who are you? Eh? You don't remember? It's me, you know. It's me. Karen? Sorry, I don't know you. I don't even know who I am. I don't even know what gender I am. You know, I'm like giving this generic like male protagonist voice, but I don't know. I'm just assuming. Look, I'm always in the back of my mind, I'm thinking like, maybe it's Yuri? Anyway, I can't remember anything. Oh no. The sound of the water fountain echoes quietly in the air. I wonder how long the silence lasted. Right now, there are only 2 people in the world. Just me and her. I see. She muttered in a really, really small voice. No, I can't let something like this get me down. More than ever, I should be glad that you're awake. She wiped her tears and turned to me. I should tell you my name then. My name is Karen. Kagomiya Karen in full. Your senpai, and we've been going out, or rather, oh, okay. Sometimes I'm getting the, how do you say, the enunciation? I mean, that's not a right word. I'm reading it wrong, basically, sometimes. But anyway, your senpai, as in like, you know, she's our senpai, I guess, or like upperclassman. Your senpai, and we've been going out for a long time. And your lover. Lover? You and me? That's right. You and me are going out. You saying that this girl is my girlfriend. I can't really feel it. But it doesn't seem like she's lying either. If she said it so clearly, it's probably the truth. That said, it's kind of impolite to call you all the time. I mean, doubly so in Japanese, actually. It happens all the time in anime dialogue, you know, using like anata or like omae and teme. I mean, I guess those are like really rude, but you know. Usually in Japanese, when you like refer to someone in, I guess, like just saying you know, the equivalent of just saying you, it's very rude, you know. Unlike in English. In English, it's not too bad. Depends on the context, I guess. But Japanese, like, it's like really rude, but like it happens all the time in anime dialogue for some reason. It's weird. First, I need to tell you your name. Your name is... Okay, you can choose a name. My name is... Baka. No. I'll just stick with default. I don't know, I like default. Because I can't think of anything clever. I mean, I can always use my name, but... I don't know. Doesn't feel right. I always feel like unless the game is going for like a fourth wall breaking kind of thing, like putting my real name, I say my real name, you know, doesn't feel right. I don't know. I prefer to just let the writer decide, you know, what name it should be. Yeah. Your name is Soya. Good morning, Soya-kun. Long time no see, and nice to meet you. The dawn rises. Morning comes. It was surely the sight she had been waiting for, but it was a sight I couldn't understand. The hand that was extended to me must have been the start of it all. It's good to see you again. I was gonna say though, I guess... I was gonna say something about her eyes. It looks a little weird. Anyway, day 1. Day 1 out of 7, I'm assuming. I mean, it's literally called Torikago 7 days. I don't know what Torikago means, though. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know. It's like intentionally like not translated because maybe it's not a word, or I'm not sure. Anyway, well then, now that you're awake, Soya-kun, I have to explain some things to you. I'm sure you're still confused. Accompanied by the person who introduced herself as Karen, I returned to the room where I first awoke. When I first awoke. It seems that this room was prepared for me. I was bedridden here for a long time. Alright, Soya-kun, how's your body holding up? Yeah, I'm fine. If anything, I'm feeling quite good. Thanks, Karen-san. Karen-san? Karen-san. Good, I wouldn't want you to force yourself. But if there's any problems, I want you to properly tell me, okay? And, can you just call me Karen instead of Karen-san? You used to call me like that all the time. Got it. I'll try to be more careful. Yep. Okay then, I'll explain one by one. First, do you have any questions you'd like to ask me? Something I'd like to ask. I guess there are several. Oh yeah, I was going to mention before there was that anime opening. Why is her eyes like that? You know, there's some kind of... I don't know. I mean, it's just an artistic... I guess, or artistic style, I guess. But there's like a line, you know, in her eyes. I guess normally you would like blend it, you know, like in the what do you call this? An iris? Or like there's like a very like distinct line in the middle of her eyes. It's kind of like a sunset, you know. I don't know. Again, it's probably intentional because you sus vibes. I mean, you know, not to spoil anything, but this is tagged as a horror game, and like, I guess we'll see. I don't know. I'm just assuming. Anyway, something I'd like to ask. I guess there are several. Well then, I can ask questions. Wait. I want to save the game. Wait, no, I can't save the game during decisions. How dare you do this to me, game? Well. I can ask, where is this place? Who am I? And what was the reason I was asleep? Well, I mean, I think you can ask all these questions, right? I think it's the part where the decision doesn't really matter. Where is this place? Before I continue, let me save the game. You know, it turns out you can't save during decisions. That's annoying to me, actually. Because I always want to save during decisions. Like, I make sure to make multiple saves every single time if I feel like a decision is coming up, even if I don't really, even I don't really know if this is coming up, I just do it anyway. All right, where is this place? This is the Kagomiya residence. It lies deep in the mountains, far away from the city. You know, very isolated, just the two of us, coincidentally. The mansion is my home, which is to say, it's the property of the Kagomiya family. And right now, only you and I are in this mansion. Oh, you might have guessed already. But the Kagomiya family has quite a bit of money, though it's not really relevant to our discussion. Is it? I don't know, man. I think it's really relevant. How much money you got? There's a courtyard, a garden. Well, you just have to go and see for yourself what's in here. As I thought, this mansion seems to be quite large. I better check out the rest of the place later. Who am I? Just exactly... Who am I? And I don't mean it in the philosophical way, you know? Where's my ID card? You know, where's my driver's license? Yeah, as I thought, that's bothering you, isn't it? Well, let me explain again. Your name is Soya. You're my boyfriend and Kohai. Kohai? So does that mean you and me go to the same school? Yeah, we're in the same college. And we went to high school together too. Okay, they're college-aged. College. I see, so I'm a college student. I'm curious to know whether or not she paid my student debt, you know. Anyway, what was I studying in college? What exactly did I study? You're a literature major. You're a literature major. You said you were focusing on Western literature. By the way, I'm in medical school. It's not a major that has much to do with you, but we're in the same circle. So I was a literature major, huh? I don't know, but if you ask me, it kind of feels that way. It's a strange feeling. I think the reason you don't remember anything now is because you've been in a coma for too long. You still have to consult someone qualified in order to know the details. This place is in the middle of nowhere, so it'll take a long time for someone to come in from outside. So it's going to be a long time before I can get a doctor to see you. But don't worry, I'll be there to support you. So why don't you leave it to me? Sus, because first thing, if we were in a coma for so long, why are we in this mansion instead of like a hospital, But I don't know, I guess it depends. Sometimes, if it's not like, how do you say? If it's not like life-threatening, I guess, you're not really required to be at the hospital, maybe. Sometimes people who are like, actually have a terminal illness, sometimes they do request for them to just be at home, Because if they're gonna die anyway, then might as well be comfortable, right? I don't know. I think I've heard of that. I don't know. I don't know what the rules are. I don't know what the law is. Depending on the country, maybe. If you're allowed to just leave the hospital like that. But anyway. Well, after saying that, Karen gave me a warm smile. I can't believe that such a beautiful person is my girlfriend. You're right. Such a jolly stream. Is it? Is it a jolly stream? I didn't think we were being jolly. I think it's more like, it's more spooky actually. Or it's not spooky yet, but anyway. What was the reason I was asleep? Why was I asleep in here? You were in a car accident a long time ago, and you've been in a coma ever since. To put it another way, you were almost isekai. No, to put it another way, you were in a vegetative state. That's why I brought you here to the mansion to recuperate. The hospital bills can be quite harsh. Ah, yes. I don't think we live in America, but it'd be even worse if you were in America. Do I not have a family? Yeah, you came from an orphanage, so you have no relatives. That's why I, your girlfriend, was taking care of you. So I had no family. Oh, were you being like sarcastic maybe? That's what you meant, okay. So sarcasm is hard to, translate in text. I can't tell if you're being sarcastic, because I got there's no vocal tone, Reminds me of the start of Fata Morgana. Maybe. It's been a while since I played Fata Morgana. That was like it's basically a normal size like visual novel, but for me, it felt very long. There's like several chapters as well. That's going to spoiler territory. Anyway, I'm surprised but yet convinced, because otherwise there'd be no reason for me to be in this mansion. I totally believe whatever she says. If I had a family, I should have been taken care of by them. Since I'm here, it's probably the undeniable truth. Was the accident because of my carelessness, or? It was because you were covering me. In order to save me, you got hit by the car instead. I didn't get a chance to say at the time, but I'm truly grateful for you. I'm grateful to you. However, I was very lonely because my beloved boyfriend was gone. So I'm really glad you're awake now. Thank you, Soyokin, for saving my life. Yes, you're welcome. For a moment, I'm at a loss for words, but somehow I managed to open my mouth. Truth be told, when she said thank you to me, I didn't feel like I deserved it. Because it wasn't the current me who saved her, it was the past version of me. I don't have any memories of her in my life right now, so I can't believe that's me. There's really no way for me to determine if it's even true. Although, there'll be no point in lying to me in a place like this. That's why I'm going to take her gratitude in stride. I'm just gonna, take credit, for my past self, even though I don't remember my past self, I guess. And first, I'll start with this part. Karen explained the situation I was in an orderly fashion. I see. She made it short and simple, but I got the gist of it. In other words, I'm Kagomiya Karen's boyfriend. in yellow text, and I was in a coma due to an accident. When I woke up, I had become an amnesiac, it seems. Classic, classic, like, general trope, really. Happens a lot in, like, video games, movies, everywhere, like novels. You always start off with an amnesiac, or amnesiac. How you say? Amnesiatic? I don't know. You start with a protagonist who has no memories. So it's easier for the reader to, like, get immersed, I guess, because why would, like, the character say, like, where am I? Who are you? Who am I? These are, like, very expository, or I can't say words today. These are very, like, weird questions, a character would ask, unless, they would have no memories, right? So, kind of like a audience surrogate, kind of thing. Traffic accidents, truck-kun. Utaware Mono did it best? Yeah, I think I watched the anime of that. I know there's a visual novel, but I never played it. Apparently the visual novel, for one, it has some explicit scenes, I think. But also, I think it had gameplay, which is kind of weird. It had, like, a strategy, like, component to it. But anyway. It's hard to believe I've certainly put into a pretty outlandish situation. That doesn't mean there's nothing I can do about it. It might be hard to accept, but I'll have to accept it. So what should I do from now on? How about this? Since you're here, why don't you take a look around the mansion and get some stimulation? Yes. You're free to help yourself to anything in here. Is there internet, Karen? Is there, like, a gaming PC and, like, internet? If you don't have that, I'm leaving. Sorry. Maybe something will jog your memories. Is it trilogy now? I don't remember much from Utaware Mono. I remember I think it had, like, a weird ending. At least the anime version. I don't know. But the anime version of, like, most anime versions of, like, visual novels sometimes are not good adaptations. But I don't know. My only impression of it was the anime. One thing to watch out for, though. And she better be a gamer. There's so much, just infinite money. She'll buy up all the GPUs. That's how she got rich. That's how the Kagomiya family got rich. They just simply ordered all the GPUs and sold them or whatever. What would you use them for? Why the GPU prices went up again? I guess people use them for, like, cryptocurrency, right? And stuff. They use it to, like, farm crypto or whatever. Anyway, my room and the clock tower outside. It'd be good if you stay away from those places. And yes, don't go into those places or you will die. Especially the clock tower. They made, like, a whole, like, video game franchise of the clock towers. So don't go in there. My room is, well, you see, I'm just embarrassed to show it. And the clock tower is very old, so it's dangerous. Just keep that in mind and you're free to go anywhere. Karen's room and the clock tower outside. I better stay away from those places. Understood, I'll be careful. Yes, very good. Well, I'll leave it to you then, but feel free to call me if you need anything. With that, Karen left the room. Well then, what should I do now? I watch anime. I sit around, just be a very, like, bad boyfriend, just be like a parasite, Just sit around, watch anime, and play video games. That's all I do. In a game. You can actually, there's choices to go. Go to the reading room. We can go to the greenhouse. We can go to Karen's room, which was not allowed to go to, by the way. We're not supposed to go in there. Go to my room and the courtyard. Don't touch grass. There's actually a lot of grass, in this area. I don't know. What would I do if I was in this situation? Oh, again, I would just, like, play video games. But other than that, what would I do? I guess I go to reading room. Try to, like, figure out what's going on. It depends. Amnesia in real life, it's a lot different than it is in Hollywood. But I'm assuming like if I lost a lot of memories, maybe I lose context of even like when I am, you know. So maybe if I read some books, I can be like, oh, okay, so we live in this country, and like I'm trying to figure out what the world is like, you know. What if there's like aliens in this world? You know, what if there's monsters in this world? And it's like this is like a post-apocalyptic thing. I don't know. I came to the reading room. Oh, bookshelves were lined against the wall. Even with just a cursory glance, I could see many famous books from around the world on display. Somehow, I felt uplifted. She said I was a literature major, so that may have had something to do with it. I'll pick up a book and try to read it. 1 page, 2 pages. Before I knew it, I was hooked and absorbed in reading this manga, you know? I could also read a bunch of manga as well. You seem to be enjoying it. Someone's voice pulls me back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity. I looked up to see Karen standing in front of me, smiling. As I thought, you really love books, don't you? As I thought, huh? I found myself reading before I knew it. That's what you like, isn't it? But I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Feel free to use this place whenever you want. Yeah, got it. I'll take you up on that offer. Thanks. No need. You're welcome. Well, I think I'll just stay here and relax for a bit too. A lot of, by the way, very high quality so far, by the way, for the visuals and everything, and obviously her like little animations and like poses and expressions. Very professional. Karen picked up one of the books and sat down beside me. What's wrong? Okay, why is she giving me scary eyes? No, it's nothing. That's right, we're lovers. So there's nothing strange about being this close to each other. I can only just try and get used to it. You know, and ignore the cooties. Ew, the cooties. So I concluded and went on with my book. Alright. Evening arrived. After finishing my dinner and various other things, I returned to my room, lay down on my bed and looked at the ceiling. Karen had already retired to her room. It would be rude to bother her at this hour. Kagomiya Karen, huh? I met her today. To be correct, I met her again. Apparently, she's also my girlfriend, and she's been very kind to me. I really feel that she's much too good for someone like me. I wonder how much my life was like with that person before I lost my memory. As I thought about this, my eyelids slowly began to droop. I slowly blinked twice, 3 times, and my thoughts slowed down. And like that, my consciousness faded. Day 2. Okay, is it gonna be like that? We just pick a place and then scene happens and it's the next day and then I don't know. I woke from my slumber as if rocking back and forth. It's morning, is it? Or it's morning, is it? I rubbed my heavy eyelids and got up. Then I left the room. I walked down the long corridor to the dining room that Karen told me about yesterday. On the way there, I passed by a certain room. Through the slightly open door, someone's figure could be seen. There's only one other person in this mansion besides me. Karen. Oh my, it's Soya-kun. Good morning. Did you sleep well? Yes, thanks to you. Karen, what are you reading? This? This is a fairy tale. Have you heard of The Blue Bird by Maurice Maeterlinck? I don't know how to say that. Maeterlinck? What kind of story was it? It's a story about a brother and a sister who are asked by a fairy godmother to find the blue bird of happiness. Was that a game? I played a game a while back. I think it was based on that actually. Was it called Blue Bird of Happiness? Maybe it was. I don't know. Anyway, it was an indie game that had like the same title, I think. I don't remember though. Anyway, in the end, the siblings never found the blue bird, but the next day there was a blue feather in the birdcage in their room. Then the siblings realized that true happiness is close by, and the story ends. It's that kind of tale. Oh yeah, I vaguely recall it was something like that, and totally has nothing to do with the main plot of this visual novel, don't worry about it. But why would Karen be reading that? You like it? No, not really. I don't really like it. I just can't help but read it all the time. Isn't that what you call liking a book? If I liked it, I should be able to properly say that I liked it. What can I say? I don't really have a problem with this story. It's just a habit of mine to read this. That's how it is? That's the way it is. Now come on, let's go get some breakfast. Okay, weird. You know, she likes... She doesn't like reading that book, but she does it anyway. For some reason. Well, Karen got up from a chair and walked out of the room. While gazing at her back, I looked at the cover of the book Karen had put on her desk. The Blue Bird. Happiness. For me, without any memories, I don't even know what that is. Oh, never mind that. Where should I go now? Go back to reading room. Keep reading. It's the reading run. I don't know, actually, can you do that? Can you just keep going in the same room over and over and over and over and over again for no reason? You know, it'd be kind of weird. Let's explore. Let's go to the greenhouse. Let's check out the plants. Like, do we grow food here? How are we gonna survive, by the way? Like, this is a big mansion in the middle of the mountains, I guess, far away from the city. Do we get, like, you know, Uber Eats? Or, I don't know, I'm assuming we get delivery of food at least. Otherwise, how do we survive, you know? I came to the greenhouse. A variety of plants were in full bloom. I don't know how greenhouses work, but it must be very difficult to maintain them. Maybe you go, yeah, your intelligence stat is nice and high. Like, if you go to a reading room, you just grind stats. Is that how it works? Oh my, it's Torikago, so you came here. I'm doing my best to raise these plants, so I'm glad you're here to see them. I know. Since we're here, why don't we stay and talk over a cup of tea? I think so too. Well then, I'll take you up on your offer. Yeah, just wait here for a moment, I'll get ready. Saying that, Karen headed back to the mansion at a brisk pace. Within a few minutes, Karen returned with a tea set. Here you go. Sit in the chair over there. I'll brew it right away. Karen skillfully finished her preparations and placed a teacup in front of me. The delicious aroma of black tea reaches my nose. And then I chug it. You know, I just like slurp it all in one sip. No, here you go. I've also got some snacks. Thank you. Thanks for the tea. I'm not a connoisseur, so I can't judge whether this tea is good or bad, but even I could understand that it was delicious. Well, a day has passed. How are you holding up? Well, it's hard to say if anything changed. Is that so? But don't worry, there's no need to rush. You'll slowly remember. Karen, can I ask you one thing? Sure, why not? You can ask me more than one if you want. Yesterday you told me about myself. Today, I want to know more about you, Karen. I've always wondered about that. Why does a person like me have a special relationship with someone like Kagomiya Karen? How did she and I have come to such a relationship? Or what kind of person was Karen? That's what I wanted to know. You want to know about me? It's not a very interesting tale, though. But I need to know. I mean, I'm your boyfriend, right? I'm glad you say so. I understand. I'm a little embarrassed to talk about myself, but I'll talk. About myself. About Kagomiya Karen. I touched on it briefly yesterday, but I come from quite a wealthy family. Enough to own a large mansion like this. I'm the only daughter, I guess that makes me the heir. So I've been raised strictly since I was a child. I was forced to study, to do sports, to practice the fine arts, to do all kinds of things. Because of it, I've been singled out by everyone around me, for better or worse. The young lady in the birdcage. That's what they called me. Thanks to that, I didn't have any friends. I was all alone, all alone. But I have so much money, though. I wipe away the tears of like $100 bills. Anyway, they were all so friendly on the surface. But I knew they hated me in the bottom of their hearts. They didn't want to get involved with me. They just wanted my money. That's probably why they gave me such a fancy nickname, like the young lady in the birdcage, to distinguish me from the others. Me and them are separate existences. They decided that on their own. So I also helped make it stay that way. But at that time, there was just one person who was different. That person didn't treat me any differently. He treated me like a normal person. Isn't that like novel? Isn't that crazy? That's it, that's all. It was a big deal for me. And that was me? That's right. That's when I started taking interest in you. And that's how we ended up together. That's how they end up together, eh? So I was that kind of person to Karen. I'm really grateful to you, really. You may not have any memories of it, but I remember. I remember you talking to me just like this. But you don't remember, but that's alright. Because what's gone isn't coming back, so rather than keep looking behind you, I want you to see me for who I am now. Is that no good for you? Karen laughed quietly with a bit of a troubled expression on her face. With that look on her face, I couldn't say anything. Got it. But well, if you want to hear stories about the old days, I'll tell you all you want, okay? However, I can only tell you about the you that I know. That's enough. And? Stop giving me creepy eyes. I learned what I need to know today. That's good. Today I learned what I needed to know. I felt I could understand her, at least a little bit. The answer was a little different from what I expected, though. But that's not the point. I lost all my memories of her. But just like Karen said, I should focus on getting to know the current her. Yes, that should be good. Okay. But why is it? Behind Karen's words, I couldn't help but feel that there was something she wasn't telling me. Oh well, whatever. Memory acquired about Karen. You acquired a memory. Amazing. That's how you do it, right? You collect memories. Karen is the heir to the Kagomiya family and received a rich education from an early age. Perhaps because of this, the people around her called her the young lady in the birdcage. Never chose a Karen. I don't know if that applies to her exactly. Anyway. There you go. The second evening came and went. As I look at the ceiling of the room I'm still getting used to, I thought about things. Karen must be a good person. I'm sure of it. She must be just, a good anime girl. That's why I still want to know about her and about myself. I don't know if this course of action is good or bad for the current me. I just feel like I have to. While I was thinking about this, my consciousness became heavier and heavier and drifted off to sleep. Day 3. She said not to go into her room, but like, what if we did? I don't know. I'm like scared. That's right. I've got to go out for a bit today. Could you look after the place for me? Eh? The next morning, Karen suddenly blurted this out at breakfast. I'm sorry, but I really need to go out. I need to go, hunt for animals, She provides food, or how you say? Like she's the breadwinner is what I'm trying to say. Anyway. Although I really want to stay and be together with you. Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm glad to hear that, thanks. It's just for today. Everything will be back to normal tomorrow. Well, I'll leave things to you today, Soya-kun. Yeah, just leave it to me. I answered again and continued to eat my breakfast. Wait, Karen won't be in the mansion all day today. In other words, there's no one to watch over me. Then, could I enter Karen's room today? Anyways, I'll decide what to do later. Interesting, I was thinking about that actually. I don't know. Karen's room. My room. Karen's room. My room. Karen's my room. Save the game. I am curious though. Like, maybe I should save for later. I feel like if we dig in too deep, you know, it might like end the story too soon. I don't know. Okay, fine, I'm curious. I'm just gonna go. Find more about her. We can investigate her. See what's truly going on. I paid a visit to Karen's room. You could also save. Yeah, I saved. I always save. You know me. I have an addiction to like saving. You know, every 5 seconds. But I paid a visit to Karen's room. Well, I'm here, but I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'm gonna steal her teddy bear. In the first place, isn't it wrong to enter a woman's room when she's not at home? As I thought, this is a bad idea. I should go back. As I gazed around Karen's room, I saw something on her desk. Is that a diary? Read the diary. Don't read the diary. Read the diary. Don't read the diary. Why does the game tempt me like this? Okay, fine. You got her. Like, the game is so obviously, like, making you want to, like, do this. So, blame the game, not me. Month X day. I dressed up and headed to our meeting place. Perhaps because I was looking forward to it so much, I arrived half an hour early. But the time spent waiting anxiously is part of the fun for me. I was imagining him heading here and thinking about our date. I had a date with him today. Going shopping, watching a movie. It was an extremely ordinary date, but for me it was very special and fulfilling. 0 month Triangle Day. There was a lecture at university today. Even though we're in the same university, we're in different years and different majors, so I feel a little lonely because we're apart. I'm a selfish woman. Even for just one moment, I can't suppress my desire to have him all to myself. What would he say if I told him these thoughts to his face? I'm sure he'll take it in stride, though. He's such a sweet guy. I don't want to be such a clingy woman, though. 0 month Square Day. Today I saw him talking to another girl. My chest was painful. Even though I had met him first and had a special relationship with him, that woman was trying to go for him. I can tell. After all, she had the same eyes as me. That's why I'll never forgive that woman. Yes, this is jealousy. I don't want you to take him away from me because he's mine. So 0 month X Triangle Day. The day was an ordinary day. I talked to him today and spent some time with him. Not even such ordinary days are very lovely to me. I love you. I like him too much. I think about him too much. I think I'm in over my head. In happiness. I have so many memories of him and they will continue to increase. I hope my days will continue forever like this. Uneventful but fulfilling. Okay. Don't worry about that second last page. Don't worry about it. It's certainly quite filled with passion. I couldn't imagine this coming from the same Karen I've been talking to all this time. She really loves me, does she? I read the diary and I still can't recognize myself in it, but at the very least, her thoughts recorded here should be genuine. I can't think of why she would lie in here. I must have doubted too much. Oh, there's some more. There's more. Next month, Circle Day. He got into an accident. He covered for me and got hit by a car. His consciousness hasn't returned. The doctors say there's nothing more they can do. I can't stop my hands from shaking. He's gone. He's gone right in front of me. What should I do? 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 That's a lot. That's a lot. There's a lot. Does it stop? Does it stop eventually? I'm gonna take a drink of water. Still hasn't stopped. It's still going. Imagine it just like keeps going off the book into your desktop. It just keeps going forever. Okay, done. That's right. There's still something. Something I can do. Something only I can do. If it's that, he could be saved. But it's no simple matter. Today I started my plan to save him. No one else must know. Not only others, but also himself. By any chance, if someone else were to find out about this, I would have to see about taking care of them. Taking care of them? The moment those words came up, my eyes opened wide. Words that were out of place in his diary. My body tensed up because I instantly understood the meaning behind those words. I breathed in and out, loudly. Regaining my nerves, I was about to read through the rest of the diary when I heard the front door open. Karen had returned. Shit. I hurriedly put the diary back on the desk. I was curious to see the rest of the story, but it can't be helped. Abandoning my regrets, I left the room. Well, memory acquired about Karen herself. The relationship between Karen and I was quite good, but I'm a little concerned about her words and deeds. I don't know the meaning behind them. Whatever could it mean? I don't know. After Karen returned, I finished my meal and went back to my room as usual. Like yesterday, nothing has really changed today. I'm sure that tomorrow will be much the same as today too. I don't know how long I'll be in this mansion, but I'm here to recuperate. My memories haven't come back, but I'm learning new things about myself and Karen, so that's fine. Huh? My face feels awfully heavy. Rather than feeling sleepy, my body feels heavy, as if power had suddenly been cut off. Unable to resist the sudden attack of drowsiness, I gave myself over to sleep. Strange. I awoke. It's midnight. It's dark outside, and the only sound is the mechanical ticking of the clock. Looks like I fell asleep. I laid down and tried to go back to sleep, but I couldn't fall asleep. Maybe I should go for a walk. Giving up on sleeping, I got up and walked out of the room. The hallway was silent. Only Karen and I are living in this mansion, and Karen should be asleep right now. I continued walking in silence. Click-clack. My footsteps echoed in the hallway. Walking in the night, I suddenly found myself in front of a certain spot. I asked the clock tower. The one place you shouldn't be. Actually very short though. This is very small for a clock tower. The clock tower, I don't know, when I think of clock tower, I think of like an actual tower, you know? It was a place I was told not to approach. What a creepy place this is. Perhaps because it's nighttime, it looks even more eerie. There's no point in staying here, I thought, as I turned on my heel. But a strange feeling came over me. Is someone calling me? I'm not sure where the sensation's coming from, but I looked around and saw something. A door. There's something up ahead. My instincts told me. I approached the door as if it were inviting me. I grabbed the doorknob. felt cold to the touch. I took a deep breath. I braced myself with determination and... What are you doing? Karen! Karen! I wonder what you're doing here, Soya-kun. I told you to stay away from this place, didn't I? How strange. How strange. The you I know wouldn't do something like that. Sorry. I couldn't sleep, so I went on a walk, and I happened to come across this door. I was just a little curious, that's all. There's nothing in here that could be of use to you. Eh? Sure, I mean, there's some things behind this door that I don't want people to see, like my personal belongings. That's why I'll say it again. This has nothing to do with you. This is not a good place for you to be. So why don't you go back to bed for today? You can think about it tomorrow. You don't need to know anything or be curious about anything. All you need to do is to live your everyday life here. That's it. That's all I want. There's nothing difficult about that, right? Karen smiled bewitchingly as she said this. That smile was one I'd never seen on Karen's face. Well then, shall we go back? Sure. And so we headed back towards the mansion. Karen was still smiling. Sweat trickles down my back. Kagomiya Karen. My girlfriend, in quotations. My important person, it seems. That's why I wanted to get to know her and myself better. But now it's clear that Karen was hiding something. I wonder what exactly it could be. Okay, save the game. You know, I feel like if we start searching for the truth, we're gonna like find the skeletons in her closet, and then I don't know. I'm kind of curious now. I'm like the opposite now. I'm kind of curious what happens if we don't do this. You know, we'll go back, but for now, I just want to see what happens if we, maybe we should listen to her. You know, she's very intimidating. She's very scary. Maybe we should listen to our quote unquote girlfriend, you know, and not get involved. And so she doesn't murder us. You know, it just sounds like the smart idea to do. It just sounds like the smart thing to do, rather. Whatever. I won't search for the truth. Who cares? No. I should stop it. I shouldn't even consider such a foolish course of action. Karen is my benefactor. I shouldn't be so rude as to doubt her like that. Yes, this is fine. This is fine, as everything burns down. I still have no memories, but I have a chance to create new ones. I've still got a long way to go ahead of me. Let's go back to sleep. Let's forget all of this ever happened. When I wake up, it'll be a new morning. Having decided that, I went back to my room. End. Okay, and that's just an ending. Disinterest. I'm like, whatever. Who cares? The end. Hey, and I assume this is an advertisement in the first game. Also, her cleavage. Anyway. Alright. Oh, well, let's try that again. Obviously, that's not a very satisfying ending. Alright. Obviously, we're gonna pick this option now. We will search for the truth. The events of these 3 days have aroused my curiosity. At first, it was just a pure feeling of wanting to know more. It was because I was interested in Kagomiya Karen. But now, this moment, and it changed into suspicion. Very sus. Well, day 4. The 4th morning arrived. I was looking out the window from my room. I was thinking back to last night, about Karen. Karen made it clear there was something about that place, and then said it had nothing to do with me. Is that the truth or is it a lie? I have no way of knowing for sure. But something inside of me is trying to urge me to do something. It's telling me to seek out the truth. Seek out the truth. If it turns out to be nothing, then that's good. But if there's something, I needed to know. Alright. I made my decision and stood up. I should take no unnecessary action from here on out. It's probably best to avoid talking to Karen for a bit. Where should I go to investigate more about Karen? If I just pick the wrong thing, I just go like... Okay, you go to the clock tower, go to Karen's room, and go back to the reading room. Okay, I thought maybe you were allowed to just go back to just a random place and be like, I don't know what's going on. Well, I mean, the obvious choice would go to the clock tower, I guess. You go back to Karen's room and read the rest of her diary, or we could just look up some books, for fun. Sure, let's go to the clock tower. I came to the clock tower again. I knew it. This place is creepy. Even in the daytime, it's still as eerie as ever. My instincts were telling me to fear this place. However, I can't stop looking now, can I? First, I approached the door. Then I grabbed the doorknob and twisted it lightly. Of course it won't open. I knew that would happen, so I pulled myself together and took a walk around the area. Take out your lockpicks, come on. Do the Skyrim lockpicking minigame. No? A few dozen minutes passed. In the end, I couldn't find anything. I guess I was taking this too lightly. It's Karen. I'm sure she keeps a tight leash on anything that could be related to her secrets. In the first place, I'm not even sure if her secrets have anything to do with me. Unless some miracle occurs, I'm not likely to find anything, huh? As I blurted it out, suddenly I looked up at the sky. The wind was blowing strongly. A sudden gust of wind made me stagger. Pushed down by the wind, I was knocked down onto the patch of grass. Hey, we finally touched grass. Ah! Ouch. Wow, why all of a sudden? It didn't seem like the wind was so strong until now. As I tried to stand up, I noticed something at my fingertips. A piece of paper? It was a very old scrap of paper. It must have been exposed to the wind and rain. Its color was faded, and the letters were blotchy. It's just a piece of garbage. Huh? To dismiss it with one word, trash, that wasn't right. The fact that I found this piece of paper at this location might have some meaning in it. Well, let's take a look at it. And so I looked down the paper in my hand. Quite conveniently, this piece of paper is actually very important. Well, regarding the it's a supreme treasure of good enemy. The enemy, or? Although its definition and effects differ depending on the time and era, all accounts consistently attest to its power. Power. In fact, I think I know what it is actually. Regarding the, I don't want to say it because it's maybe spoilers, but I've got an idea. I think I know what this is referring to. I think I just spoiled myself an entire game actually when I think about it. Anyway, I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to spoil the game. For example, it can change base metals to blanc and grant mere mortality. A variety of such acts have been recorded over the past centuries. A family has also been performing on search on this for a long time. As a result, in modern, it was found that the okay, well that's just an obvious hint. Anyway, it could be used to fix in place things created using oil. It can serve as a catalyst to preserve created things. The method to produce it is described herein. This is all that was written on this piece of paper. There's no other paper with the rest of the contents. The letter was blotched and unreadable in some places, but I guess it can't be helped. What is this? That was my first impression. That's what she was doing in the clock tower, by the way. Anyway, the contents of this paper were vague, but I had an inkling. You don't get it still yet, Amethyst? Well, I guess we'll see. It'll probably reveal itself by the end of this game. But I feel like, yeah, that paper definitely, unless it's doing, unless it's going for something else, I think I understand what's going on now. In other words, there exists something tremendously powerful in this world. The way to make it is described in the rest of this letter. Something like that. But I don't know the name of this object. I'm not even sure what it's used for. What kind of job needs something like this? Manufacturing? No, that's not it. Something sends chills down my spine. It's not, and it's not spooky, scary skeletons. What is this feeling? I know it. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. What is the name of this thing? What is it used for? I know it, but the words won't come out. It's as if this had been extracted out of my memory. It's like it got erased on purpose, because it'd be inconvenient if I remembered it. I felt dizzy. At this rate, I might fall down. Anyway, I should go back. Putting the paper in my pocket, I headed back to the mansion. I came to the front door and looked up at the mansion. This large mansion that should have been a place of comfort and refuge. Now it just looked creepy to me. Knowledge. Knowledge acquired. Not memory acquired. Knowledge acquired. Something was written on a piece of paper that I picked up in front of the clock tower. I know it's something important, but I don't know what exactly it means.